Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We gonna present about our assignment. So we gonna talk about John Locke. John Locke is known as the father of the liberalism. So this presentation will be presented by Muhammad Resa Fahlevi, my friends, and me, Muhammad Rifky Ardiakusuma from G class. So in this video, we will be present about the biography of the John Locke itself, the book from John Locke, the theories of John Locke, and some fun fact about John Locke. So let's go to the first one. It's about the biography of John Locke. John Locke was an English philosopher, instrumental in founding modern philosophical empiricism and political liberalism. Locke developed the concept of individual rights and the social contract. The idea governance was based on the rights and responsibilities. Locke was an influential figure in the Enlightenment and the American Revolution. About the early life of John Locke. John Locke was born on 29 August 1632 in Rington, Somerset, England. He was brought up in the Penfords near Bristol, in 1642 when Locke was 10 years old. The English Civil War broke out and his father served as a captain of the Parliamentary Army under Oliver Cromwell. After the Civil War ended in 1646, Locke was 14 years old, was sent to Westminster School in London. He was an able student and he was elected as a King's Scholar for the academic merit. From the scholarship, however, he did not particularly enjoy his time at school. He later wrote a pamphlet, some talk concerning education in 1683, criticizes the emphasis of the public school on corporal punishment and a dry, narrow academic outlook. So John Locke felt education should promote more than book learning, but good morals and development for a reason. And John Locke died on 28 October 1704 in Highclere, England. So yeah, he's an English philosopher, a great English philosopher. And he wrote 3 books that very famous books. The first one is a letter concerning toleration. Is about tolerations. Is about governments and religion. And the second is to treat of a government. His criticism about the government at the time. And the third, some thought concerning education. This book is criticism about the education.
Hello, my name is Moch Fahlevi and now I will present about theories by John Locke. The first is religious tolerance. Locke writing his letter concerning toleration from 1689 to 1692 in the aftermath of the European Wars of Religion formulated a classic reasoning for religious tolerance in which 3 arguments are central. Earthly judges, the state in particular, and human beings generally, cannot dependably evaluate the truth claims of competing religious standpoints. Even if they could, enforcing a single true religion would not have the desired effect, because belief cannot be compelled by violence. Coercing religious uniformity would lead to more social disorder than allowing diversity. The second is value and property. Locke uses the concept of property in both broad and narrow terms. Broadly, it covers a wide range of human interests and aspiration. More particularly, it refers to material goods. He argues that property is a natural right that is derived from labor. In chapter 3 of his second treatise, Locke argues that the individual ownership of goods and property is justified by the labor exerted to produce such goods. At least where there is enough land and as good left in common for others, or use property to produce goods beneficial to human society. The third, political theory. Locke's political theory was founded upon the of social contract. Locke believed that human nature is characterized by reason and tolerance. Locke believed that human nature allows people to be selfish. This is apparent with the introduction of currency. In a natural state, all people were equal and independent, and everyone had a natural right to defend his life, health, liberty, and possession. Most scholars trace the press, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in the American Declaration of Independence to Locke's theory of rights, though other origins have been suggested. Locke assumed that the sole right to defend in the state of nature was not enough. So people established a civil society to resolve conflicts in a civil way with help from government in a state of society. Locke also advocated governmental separation of powers and believed that revolution is not only a right but an obligation in some circumstances. These ideas would come to have profound influence on the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. And now I'm going to talk about the fun fact from John Locke. The first, Lord Ashley, was the most powerful man in England, serving as Lord Chancellor of England, but soon lost all his power and faced imprisonment because of his political views that resulted in Charles II disfavoring him. John Locke and his political mentor Lord Ashley were Protestants who opposed the succession of the Roman Catholic brother of Charles II. Second, most of John's best known monumental works were written and published after his return from exile in 1689. The three major writings of John Locke were published in quick succession of each other and ended up being influential works of philosophy that influenced political, religious, and education sectors. The third, in 1691, Lady Masam invited Locke to live in her household in Essex, which he accepted. John lived there until his death on 28 October 1705, when he was 72 years. He died of health problems which he has suffered from most of his adult life. He was buried in the churchyard of the village of High Lever, Essex.